Good evening. I am back. Well, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, you know the drill. Those who joined me this afternoon, thank you. If you come back again, thank you again. Sorry, my cat's still got her separation anxiety issues going on here, and you may hear her starting to yell at me again, so I'm just trying to get her up here for a bit of a cuddle. I'm sorry. So it's like having a young child. And if she's not happy, we're not happy. Put it that way. Come on. Do you want to come up here, darling? No, you can sit down there then. Okay. Anyway, welcome back. So as many of you know, I have been in New Zealand. I got back on the weekend. It is good to be home. Also sad to be leaving New Zealand. My New Zealand people over there, thank you for having me last week or in the previous weekend, and thank you for allowing me to not only read for you but to connect with you and to do some stage presentations, and also thank you for allowing me to connect to the land as well. It was very, very special for myself and for the Divine Channeler. We did enjoy that. We were getting up very early each morning to go off and do our things. We call them things, but it was wonderful. Yes, it is good to be back as well. Now, if you are new on my page here, I do welcome you. My name is Linda. I'm also known as the Psychic Pinup. I am based in Wollongong, New South Wales, which is about 1 hour south of Sydney. And as many of you know, I do travel extensively for my work. When I'm not at work, I do read from my little shop in Port Kembla, and I also do a lot of Zoom readings throughout the world for my overseas clients. So those who are watching, thank you. Good evening, Tammy. So Tammy Wildheart has had a huge change in her life too over the last couple of months. So many people have grown, so many people have made life these different choices, and they've put them all on different paths, and it's wonderful to see people grow. So thank you for joining me this evening, Tammy. Hello, Karen. Hello, Gillian. Thank you for joining me. All of those comments you are seeing coming from the Psychic Pinup is coming from Julie, who is my moderator this evening. So thank you, Julie. Julie operates a cafe in Port Kembla, 2 doors up from my shop, called the Psychic Hub. So when I am not in my shop, and if I am free, generally you may find me next door having a cup of coffee. But she does have her own readers that work out of there as well. She also has high teas. I think she may even have a high tea that's coming up very shortly. Do not quote me on that. I'm a bit out of touch at the moment with what's going on with everybody's lives, and people could be talking to me, talk, and a lot of things are not registering at the moment. I'm off in La La Land. So hello, Sharon. Thank you for joining me. Hello, Christy. Thank you for joining me. Who else have we got on here? So, look, I do ask that you like and share the live feed for me. Let me know that you have done that by putting it in the comments section there, liked and shared, along with your question and or comments. I will be doing readings this evening. I'm also open to discussions on psychic and mediumship development as well. So if you'd like to ask me questions about that, I'm an open book. I'm happy to share my knowledge. Okay. Now, just understand when I do my live feeds, my readings this evening, I am a psychic and I am a medium. It is 2 different things. The psychic being what's going on around you, your past, present, possible, future. I say possible because we have free will and we can change that path by making different decisions. But when I do your reading, it's where I currently see you at on your timeline. That's why I always say possible, potential, future. And I'm also a medium, meaning that I can connect with past loved ones and brings messages through. Now, from my own personal experience being on these live feeds on Facebook, I tend to steer clear from mediumship readings on here only purely because I'm an evidential medium. I bring evidence through and I need you to say yes or no straight away. I need the validation straight away, and we have lags going on. So me talking, you're not seeing for another 30 seconds, and I've got to wait for you to get back. So I can't sit here for minutes on end waiting for yes or no's validations to be coming back. I just prefer to keep the show flowing, and saying that if spirit does come through, obviously I will bring them through, but I'm not actively going out to be doing mediumship readings this evening. However, if you'd like to, you're more than welcome to book a private reading with me. The details are there on the bottom of the screen, the psychicpinup.setmore.com. That will take you straight through to my online booking. You will be able to see my availabilities. Now, I understand I'm fully booked out until the end of April. I think I've got availabilities on the 28th and 29th of April, or it's something like that. Goulburn people, my Goulburn people, I will be down there on the 21st of April. I have 2 spots left for private readings. If you would like to have a private reading with me in Goulburn, again, you can book yourself in online there at the psychicpinup.setmore.com. The following week, I think it's the following week, I've lost track of time. Look, Saturday the 6th of May, however many weeks away that is, I am doing a stage show. If you're in Goulburn, I would love to see you there at the Goulburn Club. I'm doing it with Linda Uso, the 2 of us, again, one night only on stage, Saturday the 6th of May. Tickets are currently available through Eventbrite, and I believe the details are being posted up on my Facebook page, which I know that the algorithms are playing up and nobody's getting notifications or anything, which is a bit annoying. They keep moving the goalposts on us. So I do encourage you to go and look at my Facebook page. Don't rely to get notifications. Actually go on there and have a look, because I'm forever posting my daily messages, my live feeds, where I'm going to be at. I've got Sydney Mind Body Spirit Festival at Darling Harbour coming up in 4 weeks. So I will be back up there in Sydney again. So Sydney people, I'm available for private readings up there, but I will speak to you all about that later on. Okay, so I do ask, like and share. Let me know that you have done that. Pop that down there with your question and or comments as well. I do not answer any medical or legal questions on live feeds either, so please just be mindful of that when asking your question. And I do ask for direct questions. Please do not ask me for a card. I do not read cards. I channel all of my information. And also, please do not ask me, what do I see? They're all general. So hit me up with specific questions, because it just means I can get through a lot more. Okay, I feel like I've got a cold coming on. That's all I need now. I'm a little heavy-chested. Either that or it's somebody else here watching me. Okay, I think I've covered everything. Julie, have I covered everything? I can't remember. I'm off with the pixies. Okay, Jenny Louise, so you just picked that up. I don't sound well. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, I don't know what it is. I can tell you there has been that much energy going around. I mean, like, New Zealand was a real whirlwind for us, and the downloads and the energy that was going on there, and also just being back here for the last couple of days. I've been sleeping anywhere up to 12 hours straight, and it's not me. It's just not in me. I just don't do that. I'm a catnapper generally, but I do know that I'm getting a lot of downloads. I do know that things are shifting. It's like, watch this space, if that makes sense. Okay, I did have an amazing Easter. Thank you. It was quiet, and that's the way I like it. It's I like to just switch off from the world and not be around people. I know that sounds very antisocial, but when you're with people all the time and being able to be somewhere where there's no people around, it's a bit of a luxury. That's why I really do enjoy getting out into nature and grounding and putting my feet on the earth as well. So let's have a look at some of you. So let's have a look. Excuse me. Yeah, it doesn't sound too well, does it? Mm. Thank you, Gayleen. Love and light back to you too, gorgeous. Tammy, yeah, what potentials do you see for my business? You know me, I get very excited, and that's what I said. You've just really stepped out of your comfort zone, Tammy. The last couple of months, and like I've just seen you go from strength to strength, and I just can see that continuing with you. I do see a lot of connections with you now. Um, it's like that movie I first brought up with you. I remember directing you to a movie a couple of years ago, The Celestine Prophecy. Look, I know that it is a book. If anybody can get their hands on that book, The Celestine Prophecy, it was very big back in the early 1990s, but I do know that they did make a movie from it as well. And I do know that it is available on YouTube. It's free to watch, and it's a lot of eye-opening things in that movie, and that's how I see your life, and that's actually how I've seen your life has been playing out over the last couple of years, Tammy. But I just see where you are at now. They're just showing me here that there's going to be a bit of a lull period here, but it's something that needs to happen to keep you grounded. It's because they're showing me that you have the potential to go off and get your head in the clouds a little bit, and you need to bring yourself back down to grounded and focused, because I know that there's other things that you need to be attending to first. It's like building blocks. They're showing me the Tetris blocks with you, Tetris. But I just see once you get that house in order, that's when things I see will start taking off for you a little bit more. But I just see with you in the meantime a lot of networking and a lot of contacts that's going to be happening for you. They're going with the next 6 months. It's built the building block, the Tetris blocks. They're showing me this time next year. I do see that you will have a viable business for happening there. But I do see a trip further up north as well. Not You're not moving up north, but I just see more work further up north, if that makes sense. So hope that helps you. Okay. Who else have we got here? Alison, so you like my daily messages. Are you actually getting them coming up? Just my curiosity, are they coming up into your news feed, or are you going and looking at them? Because I just noticed that Facebook's really changed the goalpost with the algorithms. Okay, Christy Henderson, thank you for sharing. I'm considering bidding on a house in May. Is it the right one for me? How do you feel about it? This is when I see. As you know, I am all for empowering people and their intuition, and it's like if you have to start asking questions, is it the right one? Generally, there's warning or red flags with this. How do you feel about it? Can you visualize yourself in that kitchen? Can you visualize sitting around in the lounge room with your children? Can you visualize having Christmas and family gatherings there? How does that all feel with you? Okay, I'm going to put that one back onto you. They're just showing me here, you're overthinking. It's getting you pushed back into the corner, the overthinking with this, the procrastination. And it's not because of you, it's because of past relationships. And you've been made to feel not worthy of, or your opinions did not matter. And this is where I feel like you get yourself into a little bit of a pickle here. I see with this, this is the start of a transformation for you. Me personally, I feel good about it, but I'm going to say that your doubts is coming back from past relationships. So I want you to work through that, and I just want you to be mindful of that and start empowering your intuition, lovely. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Okay, who else have we got here? Good evening, Chanel. Good evening, Scott. Okay, you think I've done everything okay? Thanks, Julie. Hello, Libby from Young. So we've got the Living Wellness Expo coming out there in June. I will be reading out there right at the end of June. So keep an eye out on the Living Wellness events page, and you will see when they've opened up the books for pre-bookings for the readers. Okay. Ooh. Gayleen. I do thank you for your support, Gayleen. I will meet you one day. You're saying any changes in my work over the next couple of months or anything from Spirit. Let's have a look for you, sweetheart. Okay. Right. I do see that there is some sort of moving forward. Where I feel like you currently are at, I feel like I feel like I've got a burden on my shoulders. Do you understand what I mean by that? I just feel like it's one thing after the other. I just feel like I'm carrying a little bit of extra weight, and it could possibly be extra weight from somebody else or extra responsibilities that's coming up around you. If that's not currently happening, I feel like it's not too far off, put it that way. But I do feel like that will subside. I'm getting 10 weeks, 10. So I'm going to say 2 to 2.5 months I'm being shown with that. But this is the thing. I want you to be aware, or I want you to be mindful, because I feel like potentially you could be creating a rod for your back with this. Okay, so just be a little bit mindful of that. They're just showing me you're quite good at what you do. You're very I want to use the word conscientious. That's a very fancy word for me to use. Okay, there's choices here. They're saying there's choices with this work. Choices. Have they come to you about some sort of further learning or training here? Because I want to say that there will be a choice here with you. But either way, I'm being shown a little bit of added responsibility here. Be mindful of that, because I feel like you could be creating a rod for your back. There is going to be choices here in terms of either further training or something of that nature, because I do see a victory for this at the end. They're saying by June, things will be better for you. Okay, so I hope that helps you. I have no idea what you do for work, by the way. So, Tammy, you're forever grateful for that tip about the movie. It was life-changing. Yeah. Look, it's a good book. I mean, I started watching the movie, but I get distracted very easily. I'm like, oh, I'll start watching a movie. Then I'm like, okay, my mind starts wandering. Then I start doing things, and then I forget about the movie. The book I was heavily into. Okay, thanks for the Alison. So you do get them in your news feed. Thank you. Okay. Okie dokie. Excuse me. Looks like I need a lot of water tonight. Christy, so you're sitting on the fence, are you, love? Okay. I do see you putting an offer in. Now, this is what I always say to people as well. If you're not sure about it, go and meditate. Go and connect in with your team. You do get the answers. Now, the thing is, our ego kicks in, because sometimes we get the answers we don't want to know about, and we think, no. It's like when we used to, flick out tarot cards. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't like that card. Let's put the cards back in and shuffle again and start again. That's our ego kicking in. So go and meditate on it. You will get your answers, love. But I do see you putting an offer in for that. Okay, you're welcome, Christy. Yeah, no, Julie, the news feed, it's the daily messages seem to come up, but if you put up, if you create events or anything, people aren't seeing the events. People aren't seeing like where I'm going to be reading at. People aren't seeing like my latest shows that are coming. It's really, and then I notice if I just do a normal text post, all of a sudden more people see that than what you do with a thing with images and artwork, and it's bizarre. Do I amuse you, Chanel? I love watching you, even if I have no questions. I'm glad I can amuse some people. Okay. Where are we? So Christy, you're saying it needs work, but I know I'm capable of doing it. Of course you're capable. Okay. Understand everything that crosses our path, anything that we have, even if it's a big challenge, it's all there for a reason. You know, we're forever learning. We have to learn. There's lessons to learn as well. I think did I have something that go up today? Or was it yesterday? If there was I forget what, something about learning lessons. Okay, let's have a look. Who's your friend, Memphis? I was wondering, my friend is having problems. Okay, sweetheart, you're asking for a third party. I can't read for a third party, sweetheart. It's just an ethical thing for me. I get that you are very concerned for them. Um, I'm sure they love you for that, but they need to come and ask me. It's just one of these things. It's a free will thing for me. But if when we talk about relationships, I can talk about this generally, and when not, I'm one of these people. If in doubt, don't. And also, people having problems with relationships, if it's a non-cohabitational relationship, meaning you're not living together, I'm one of these people. Cut them loose, let them go. Just let them go, because it's the old saying, if they're meant to be, they'll come back. And again, don't go chasing people. Okay, that's the biggest way of pushing somebody away, is by constantly chasing them. So I don't know what the situation is here, but I'm doing this as generally as I can. And again, just cut people loose. And if they're meant to be, they will come back. Sometimes people have to go off and on their own journey, and they have to go off and learn their own lessons before they are able to come back and be emotionally available for somebody. Okay. And sometimes we are so used to having somebody in our life, and then all of a sudden you're not feeling that energy anymore, and it's something that you're grieving for, but it's not the actual person, it's the way it was making you feel, and the energy that you're so used to receiving. That energy that she is feeling, that she's not getting anything else from at the moment, needs to be put into something else. Into that energy needs to be redirected into something else for the time being. Okay, and this is what I'm always say to people. I'm a big advocate for meditation and for self-healing, because I just see that there's a lot of healing that needs to go on with this. Okay, but I'm saying if you chase, they run. So just release for now. Okay, there's journeys that they have to go and experience. Okay, let's have a look. Who else is here? Good evening, Yvonne. Thank you for joining me. Okay, thank you for sharing too. Okay. You're asking about a new job, wondering whether this was the right decision. Um, I sort of like get a bit of a smile when I see things like that, because it's a bit late now, isn't it? If you've made the right decision or not, because you have gone and done that. Now I'm being shown here with that job. Am I correct? There's you feel a little bit overwhelmed with either the duties, the responsibilities. It's something that you're not quite used to, and I just feel like it's a bit of a teething. I'm hearing the word teething. It's baby steps. So it's still a work in progress I'm being shown here, and there's still a lot of things that you need to be learning. So that's why I'm feeling like you are quite overwhelmed at the moment with what is being thrown. I'm seeing the word thrown. It's just it's clear as day in my head, thrown at me. And they're just saying, hang in there, because they are showing me you are on the correct path with this. I feel like that this is where you are meant to be. I just feel like you feel like you're a little bit out of your comfort zone with this at the moment. Okay. Now they're just showing me here that where you went, where you came from, that door had to shut because you've learned everything you could learn from there, and you weren't growing as a person. Where you are now, this is a challenge, and it's made you uncomfortable, if that makes sense. I'm picking up the word uncomfortable. So with that, it's all about growth. So I'm going to say it's a good thing at the moment. Okay, so sap it up like a sponge, lovely. I hope that helps you. Okay. Let me see. So sorry, I'm just looking at comments down here. Okay. Good morning, Noreen from Kilkenny, Ireland. Thank you for joining me. Jen B, moving north, is it a good move? Okay, Tammy, are you still online here, darling? Where are you at, Jen B? Because Tammy can speak from experience. She has just made the move all the way from Wollongong here, all the way up to up near Rockhampton. Just spur of the moment, and she had no family, no friends, and she just took herself off on an adventure, and she bought a house up there. So she can speak from experience. Sharon, hello. Hi, Linda. I had a reading with you at Port about 3 years ago. I feel I would like to do another one. How often should we have readings done? Okay, good question, Sharon. Now, you're well overdue for one. If you would like to book in with me, the details are down the bottom there, the psychicpinup.setmore.com. That's my online booking. So you can go on there and see my next availability and book yourself in from there. I do have a little shop front now, my own shop front at Port Kembla. If you can't get to me, I do offer Zoom video readings, but you can go and book yourself in there. But in terms of how often should we have readings done? Now, me personally, I prefer to only be doing readings for people once every 6 months, unless there's been some drastic major change in this person's life. I do not like reading for people on a monthly basis, even every couple of months. It's just something I'm not comfortable doing. Because me personally, I feel people should be able to make well-informed decisions. And I'm going to go back and say I'm all for empowering people and teaching people or getting people to start trusting their own intuition and working with it that way. Now, and this is why I only prefer to be doing readings like once every 6 months for people. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. Yvonne, it makes so much sense. Okay, I'm happy it makes sense because I have no idea what I say, and I don't even know what you do for work. See, Tammy's at Rockhampton. Okay, where are we? Jocelyn, say, do you see me able to use my gift soon, as I've been told I'm an empath? What do you mean soon? Why? What are you waiting for, honey? Okay, we all have gifts. Now, this is what I'm going to ask you. Are you waiting for a switch to go on to start? And I say this with respect. Okay, are you waiting for a switch? What are you waiting for? Because I mean, I'm just going to backtrack to when I was in New Zealand. I did a couple of stage presentations, and one of them was where I was talking about our gifts and how you can learn, you can sit down, you can read every book under the sun, textbooks, you can go to every workshop, you can work under tutors, you can mentors, go to retreats, but you're never really going to learn properly until you put yourself out there and you start working with the public and start using your gift for people, not in a classroom environment. There becomes a point, and this is what I say to people, there becomes a point where the world is your classroom or the stage. For me, doing stage shows, the stage is your classroom. Now, I don't know why you are waiting. You have a gift and it needs to be used, and the only way you're going to learn how to use is to get out there and start using it. Okay, so I think you need to start biting the bullet and just getting out there and start doing you do a lot of energy. This just told me you do energy work, energy healing, is that right? So you just need to get out there and start working, please. Lovely. Okay, so Tammy, you're saying, yeah, see, Tammy, she loves it, easy, laid back, weather's been between 26 and 31. See, that I would have a problem with at the moment. I just got to the point, the heat was getting too much for me. So Tammy said it's like stepping back in time up here. Think about Australia in the 1980s. You've got central Queensland. Okay, that I could do. I could go back to the 80s. If only my body would look like it did back in the 1980s, I'd be happy with that one. You're welcome, Sharon. You're welcome, Jocelyn. Okay, sometimes we need a little bit of a psychic kick up the backside to go and do stuff. It all comes down to confidence. And I mean, like, look, I still have my little moments, believe me, I'm human as well. And, before you go and walk into a big show and that, you have those little moments. But there becomes a point where you need to learn to trust spirit and trust your team and that they have your back, and you wouldn't be doing this. They would not let you do this if you were not meant to be doing it. So just trust. Okay. I hope that helps you. Okay. MJ Lindeo. Do you see Nathan contacting me again as he stopped all of a sudden, please? What is it? What is it with people who ghost? I just do not understand when they do this and there's no accountability, and it makes it very, very hard for you to get closure, so you are able to move on. And I think it's very, very selfish of people to be doing things like that. Again, I'm going to put this back onto you, honey, that if they did contact you again, would you accept that behavior? Okay, let's look at it the other way. Are you happy for somebody to be treating you like this? Now, let's look at this lesson that you're going to learn from this. Okay, so you've been ghosted, and if they do come back, are you going to accept that behavior? Because you've just created this pattern here that you are accepting of this behavior, and they will do this again. So I want you to actually treat what's happened here as a lesson that Spirit is giving you, that it's all about self-worth, lovely. Okay? I want you to reevaluate your self-worth and what your boundaries are. Okay, but the answer to your question here, I'm getting the number 3 around you. So I do feel like that there will be some contact. Now, when I get numbers, it's time frames. So 3 days, no, possibly in about 3 weeks, I would say. But they just show me. Yeah, you put your foot down, lovely. Okay. I just want you to think about that, sweetheart. Okay. Yes, it is emotionally abusive, Jenny. Ghosting. There's no accountability. People just decide not to talk to, instead of saying, hey, thanks very much. Not really into you. I've got other things to do at the moment or whatever. They just leave you hanging. And yes, you are. I do feel like, yes, that is a form of, it's emotional abuse. Yeah. You're welcome, sweetheart. Yeah, thank you. I thought it was a lesson and not to fall for this kind of people. Again, thank you. See, I think that even treat that as like the universe could have thrown that at you to say, oh, has she? They learnt their lesson about this from all the others, because all the others have done the same thing and they keep repeating the same thing over and over again and expect a different result. So I'm going to say it could very well be a test that you are getting. And once you've learnt that lesson, then this person that is deserving of you will come into your life. Yes, Renee, it's emotionally immature behavior. I'm going to say it's abusive. Okay. Ooh. Okay, Kiara Carter. Last time I was on a live, you mentioned that love will find me in 2023. Well, when were you last on my live feed? Because we're nearly halfway through 2023. That tells me you haven't seen any of my live feeds this year. Is that right? And I don't even remember what I've told you, so I'll just go with what you've told me. As a follow-up question, do I already know this person? Okay. The person they're showing me is not living near you, put it that way. So is that the person that you're talking to at the moment? Is that the person you got your eyes on at the moment? If that's the case, I would say, yeah. I just feel like that this person is not around where you are currently at. I just feel like there's a bit of a distance between where you live and where they are from, if that makes sense. Because I see communication going over, what do you call all the electronic devices we've got, all the social media stuff. Showing my age, aren't I? All of that stuff. So if that's the person that you currently have got eyes for, I'd say yeah, but there's a distance between you and this person. Okay. So MJ, love your readings. Give me a push to do the right thing. Again, I'm going to say I'm all about empowering people, and it's I can see a lot of things. I get heads up for a lot of things, but I try to give people the tools themselves so that they can make their own informed decisions. Okay, who else have we got happening here? So those have just joined me. Look, I do ask if you can like and share the live feed. Let me know that you have done that. Just pop the word liked and shared there in the comments section for me. Have I got any of my Kiwi people on? Because it's what's it going past 10:30 over there. Anyone from New Zealand on this evening? So Kiara, no, thank you. I have no idea at the moment. No one interested in me. So just plodding along, waiting. Look, and while you're waiting, I want you to invest that time into yourself. Okay, don't sit there and wait. Okay, we always made a joke that Mr. Right's not going to come knocking on the door when you're watching Netflix. You're not going to find Mr. Right through Netflix. So go out, socialize. Let's use that energy. Good evening, Perla. And good evening, Renee. Thank you for joining me. Where are you based at, Kiara? Because I'm going to say there is a distance between you and this person, and that could be a good thing too. Okay, Renee Rogers. Will I find love? What's left of 2023? We're only in April. Okay. Will I find love? Okay. Not where you're currently sitting at in your heart space, sweetheart, because I'm just being shown there has been disappointments going on around you, and I still feel like you are still going through the tail end of that energy. Okay. They're just showing me there. July, I feel like there's going to be a bit of a shift in energy for you in terms of moving. I do see movement again, but where I'm at, I just get a lot of stagnation with you, with heartache, disappointment there, and that's where that's where the energy currently is at. July, I see there is a moving forward here. So I do feel like there is going to be some invites for you, invitations, or there's some sort of socializing. There'll be a couple of different choices for you. I want to say around July, August, where I feel like there's going to be a little bit of movement that's going to start happening for you. But I can't see the love at the moment. I see the interest, but I just see a lot of healing that's going on with you at the moment with this. Okay, but I want you to go out to these places, these invites. When they come, I want you to accept them and get yourself out there, lovely. Okay. So, Kiara, you're in the Yarra Valley. Okay. Okay. I can tell you this person's not in the Yarra Valley. It's a drive, put it that way. Jody, thank you for letting me know that. You just popped up on my screen. So you actually got a notification. This is, okay. So Facebook actually notified you that I was live. See, that's interesting because I thought they stopped doing that. I thought they stopped that. Okay. Okay. Renee, so you're seeing a man at the moment. Okay. I'm where I'm sitting at, there's stagnant energy. I'm getting stagnant energy. And I'm being shown that there's movement around July, August with that. Okay. So I hope you understand that. Okay. How long have you been seeing them for? Because I'm getting stagnant, and I'm getting disappointments with that. I'm sorry, I'm just the messenger, and sometimes I'm not all light and fluffy either. Oh, Tracy, we can all give you a pep up talk for this one. Starting a new job on Monday. Any thoughts? I'm nervous. Just breathe, sweetheart. Okay, they wouldn't have offered you the job if they didn't think that you could do it. Okay, it's all about having the confidence. You've just got to keep reminding yourself you would not be there, you would not have that job if they didn't think that you're capable of doing it. You'll be fine. Just breathe, 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 breathe. Okay. The best thing also, I go through stages too. I get nervous about things, and the best thing you can do is if you need to, go and sit in the ladies and just sit on the loo and just shut that cubicle door and deep breaths. Breathe in for 4 seconds, hold it for 4 seconds, let it out for 4 seconds. Do that 4 times because you're actually slowing everything down and concentrating on getting that breath right down into your belly. So breathe in for 4, hold it for 4, breathe out for 4. Do that 4 times. And it's sort of like you're grounding yourself and you're bringing yourself back to the present. Okay. 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 I don't remember even saying any of that, Gayleen. What did I say? Last time my mum came through, you said she showed you a plane. Does this have to do with travel? I'm not the travelling kind. I don't even remember what the context of the reading was for, sweetheart. Was that a mediumship reading, was it? Or okay. Do you have Irish background? Irish roots? Because I'm just seeing a little leprechaun at the moment. So she showed me a little leprechaun. Does that mean anything to you? It could very well mean that there is travel. Who else have we got in here? Tammy, look at it as an adventure. Everything's an adventure, isn't it? You know, you should start thinking about like where this earth, that, you know, our lifetime, this is our playground. This is where we learn. This is where we play. Tammy, you've got the right idea. You're always up for the adventure. Okay. So you've got Irish roots, Irish background. Yeah, because I've just been shown a little leprechaun then. So the plane is to do with the leprechaun. Does that mean anything to you? Do you have a garden gnome in your garden? She showed me a garden gnome. The garden gnomes. Feeling a little bit silly at the moment. I feel like I want to be a bit of a jokester at the moment and play tricks on people. Okay. Ginny, hello, Ginny. Been with my partner for 6 years. Do you see him proposing anytime soon? Okay. I'm going to say no, I'm not. I'm sorry. They just said 6. So they're saying not in the next 6 months, if that's what you're wanting to know. I'm not seeing it, sweetheart. I've just got no, not in the next 6 months. Okay. So Natasha, hang on. Natasha was looking for Gayleen. That's it. Lots of garden gnomes, because she showed me all these garden gnomes. And that's very interesting. There's one garden gnome that needs moving. She doesn't like the position of the garden gnome. It's right next to a big tree trunk or something. It needs moving. This is really random because I feel like I want to be a little bit silly now, and she wants to move the garden gnomes around. And am I correct that there is some sort of other ornament, like a mushroom type ornament as well? Okay. You're welcome, Ginny. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. I'm just doing it for the next 6 months for you, sweetheart. Okay. Who else have we got there? I need a drink of water. Sorry. Oh, boy. That water's going down a treat. Yes, the mushroom and the gnome. That one. That's the one she's talking about. Where is that? So it's... Sorry, everybody who's watching, but this is getting funny now. The gnome and the mushroom needs moving. Now, okay, Scott, I was coming back to you, Scott. Where are you, Scott? You're asking about what does the next 3 months look like love-wise? Oh, Scott. You're too busy. They're just showing me with work. I'm just being shown something to do with money, something to do with work and contracts as well. So I'm going to say I'm not seeing it in the next 3 months. They're talking about other things for you. Okay, I know it's not what you're wanting to hear, but I can't help but be the messenger with what they're giving me. But they're showing me here there's decisions around something to do with an offer, a work, a contract coming in that's happening for you. Okay, I just feel like once all that's all sorted and you settle down again, then yes, I do see that there will be love. They're talking about the female, with the very earth connotations about her, very earthy. So if we want to go into zodiac signs, earth is Capricorn, it is also Taurus, it is also Virgo. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to be that star sign, but they could very well have those traits of the elements earth there. Also, somebody who's very screwed on with money-wise, head screwed on properly with money. So not somebody who wastes money. But I think that she could be a little bit tight with money only because she's been used to not having money. And what she does have, she has it's come from her own hard work. So that's the person that I am seeing, but not in 3 months, lovely. Okay. What else have we got happening here? Okay. I can hear all this heavy machinery outside. It sounds like they're doing road work. Oh, great. That'll be interesting. Okay, my Goulburn people, don't forget that I'm doing a show on Saturday the 6th of May at the Goulburn Club. Tickets are now on sale. So it's my annual show that I do down there. It's for one night only, and that's coming up in a few weeks. And I'm doing that with Linda Yusuf. So if I've got any Goulburn people watching, please, you can get your tickets through Eventbrite. I have been putting links up on Facebook, but again, I don't think that Facebook's playing nice. Jenny, what? It sounds to me like matchmaking again. I swear to God, I mean, I could be a very good matchmaker. Maybe I should do matchmaking. See, here we go. Everyone's asking about love again. Irene, liked and shared, sticking with the love theme, sticking on the horizon, sticking on the horizon, anything on the horizon for me. I'm going to say to you, you can all give it back to me. You know, I'm always open. You can all give me a love reading. What do you all see for me for love? You know, I've got a pretty boring life. So, Irene, let's have a look at you, lovely. Anything on the horizon? I can promise you, sweetheart, you are going to get your wish. And it's going to be expect the unexpected. It's going to come out of the blue for you. You do. I mean, like you work. I just see you working so hard, and I see you being so involved with kids, and there's no time for you. There's no Irene time. Put it that way. Now, I do see. I'm going to go a little bit off track here for you, Irene. They're showing me that there is a trip that you're going to be going on, or you're organising a trip with somebody as well. You need to go on these trips and just get yourself out there. Now, I feel like this trip that you're going on is going to be a bit of a turning point for you, where I am going to say that you are going to have your wish come true. It's going to be out of the blue, sweetheart, totally out of the blue. And it's when you least expect it. I can promise you that. All right. Now, can you just let me know, are you planning a trip for about either 3 weeks or 3 months? 3. I'm getting a trip, and I feel like it's a bit of a distance. And it's not to Canberra, lovely. It's not just let's get in the road and go to Canberra for the weekend. It's a holiday. It's an actual trip. Can you let me know? Because that's what I see coming up for you. Chanel, I work too hard for a love life. Thanks for that. Awesome. Love your work. How much do I owe you for that one? Okay. Thanks, Gayleen. You love my lives. Have a blessed night. You too, sweetheart. Go and move that garden gnome and go and move that the mushroom. Oh dear. Okay, so who else have we got here? Natasha, you're after love as well, are you? Hang on, let me just see. I've got comments going on down here too. Mm. Yeah, okay, so your daughter's going to Cambodia in June. So what's April, May, June, July. Yeah, see, this it could very well be to do around that trip. Okay, because they were just highlighting a trip. Okay, so just keep that in your back pocket for me, darling. Okay, who was I up to? Where was I up to? This is really odd. Anybody on here play a trumpet or a brass instrument? Okay, I've got somebody in spirit that either played a trumpet or a brass instrument with the mouthpiece, or the person I need to be going to does that. This is really random because I've never come out with anything like that before. Now, I was coming to you, Natalie. You're looking for qualities of the next man who will come into your life. What's your star sign, Scott? Quick, just put me out of a misery, Scott. What's your star sign? Okay, I'm actually picking up. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm actually picking up a fire sign around you, sweetheart. So fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But again, don't quote me on the star signs. I just go by the personality traits. And this generally is somebody who's quite charismatic and very good with the work that they do, like leaders. Okay, somebody who will take control of things. Sometimes I think they can come across as a little bit arrogant, but they're not. They're quite confident. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing for you. Okay. Scott's a Pisces. Okay. What's this asking, Renee? Do spirit give you messages on your own life all the time? All the time. That's why sometimes I can appear to be off with the pixies a lot of the times because I'm talking to the other side. I'm off in another little world, and sometimes I do find it hard to be around a room full of people because I find it very hard to get to come back onto an earthly plane, if that makes sense. And I prefer to be on my own a lot of the time. But I am forever getting messages. But again, me, because I'm human, we're all human, ego can kick in, and the messages that I am getting, sometimes I don't like to hear them. And that's why I can be a little bit stubborn, and then I have lessons to learn as well. But I go and get readings done. I do have my readings. I do have people that do read for me as well. But a lot of the times when I have my readings, I'm sitting there going, yeah, I know that, yeah, I know that, I know that, I know that. I already know all of it, and I just really needed somebody to give me confirmation of the messages that I'm already getting. Okay. Natasha, I just gave it to you. I just fire sign, sweetheart. Okay. All right. Oh, dear, how are we going? Chanel, do I already know the person you said I'd be marrying soon? Oh, pressure much, lovely. Everybody wants to be loved up tonight. Everybody. Oh my goodness. I'm going to say yes. I feel like you already know this person. Okay, but don't go wishing it upon yourself yet, sweetheart. Okay. Who's the Aries in your life? I just wrote down Aries as well. Okay. Does that mean anything to you? See, Scott says, I have readings and most of the time I already know the answers, like you said. Yeah, so you understand what I'm talking about then as well, Scott. It's a lot of the times we just go and get readings just to confirm what we already know. Paul. So the Aries. I wrote down Aries. See, I can't make this stuff up. Aries. See, I wrote it there. So who is Paul? Who is Paul? Because, sorry, I know I should know, but I have so many names thrown at me all the time, and names in spirit, and here names and okay. I've been asking you about Paul for months. Okay, well, does that answer your question? Are you happy with your reading tonight? Okay. I always thought it was easier to give messages than get them. I've met readers, though, who ask about their love life, and that's why I ask. Surely you see ahead of time who your person is. Oh, yep, I know. But again, I'm very stubborn. I'm human, and we all want to be loved as well. You know, we all want the fairy tale, and if you want to do like Kath and Kim, we all want the pumpkin style coach as well. But a lot of the times I can meet somebody and I'll know straight away, red flag, and I'll even say to my girlfriends, yeah, no. And I've even been known to say to spirit, if this person's not meant to be in my life, take them out, go. And I swear to God, without a word of a lie, they are gone. They are gone within days. And it's not from it's just gone. That's what spirit does. You ask, they'll deliver. Hang on. Been seeing him since December, struggling with speed. What speed are we talking about? Are we talking about the speed of a car? Are we talking about speeding drugs? Are we talking about the speed of the way the relationship's going? I'm assuming it's to do with the speed of there's nothing. Okay, I'm going to say, let's bring it back and breathe. Okay, you've been seeing him since December. It is only April. We've only just gone into April. We've only gone into the 4th month. Is that right? Okay. And I was saying to somebody today, you don't truly know somebody for at least 3 months. And you've just really gone the 3-month mark now. 3 months or your first fight. Okay. No, it is not slow. Speed of relationship, so down slow. That's what's going to get you into trouble, honey. Because you're going to try and push it too quickly, and then I can just see tower moments happening. He's so busy with work and children. Yeah, look, I can appreciate that, because if I put myself in that same position, look at me, I'm always off traveling, I'm always doing stuff, and then I've got a 7-year-old child as well, and somehow I've got to find time to give myself to somebody else as well. So look, I totally understand where they're coming from as well. So can I just say that energy there, let's try and put that somewhere else, because I can't see an issue here. The issue I see happening is you and the pushing with that. And I'm going to say, and I think I was talking about it earlier on, if we go chasing people, that's when people tend to, push away. They go. It's like two positive ends of a magnet when you're trying to push them together and they're repelling. That's what I'm being shown. See, even Jenny said that. See, she asked Spirit about Dina and asked if he isn't meant to be in her life, then to remove him. He's still there and he hasn't left yet. Yeah, so it's true. Try it. It's spirit, the universe won't do things unless you ask, because we've got free will, and our guides won't step in and interfere unless you ask them to. If you ask for help, they will give it to you. Okay, you believe in give and take. Yep, so do I. There's just no give from him. Okay, well, that's something that needs to be addressed then, because if you feel like there's not an even exchange of energy here, yes, potentially that will become a problem. But that all, for me, that comes down to communication as well. Okay. Joan from Christchurch. Did I meet you last week? Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining. Okay. Oh, my God, it's after 9 o'clock here. I'm only on for the hour. Are you still there, Julie? Jules, are you still there? Yes, ring from mum. What was that? Can you refresh my memory? Because I tend to forget a lot of my readings. So I read for you, did I? Because, and I'm not being rude. I just don't remember a lot of readings when I do them. Jody, you're asking about Dawn. I'm not doing mediumship on here today, honey. It's just because there's such a lag here, and I need validation straight away. If I had spirit here, I would definitely bring them through. Saying that, Jody, what's the significance with bacon and eggs around you, darling? Because that's all I can taste at the moment, bacon and eggs. Okay. Will the fire sign you mentioned be a soulmate? That's the person that I'm seeing. You asked for a quality, a trait of a partner that's coming in. That's what they just showed it to me there for you, honey. Okay. Jody, you're welcome. Was this a sudden passing, Jody? Because I do have somebody, I have got a sudden passing here of a younger person that's with me, if that's who, because this is why I bring evidence through and I need validation straight away, and there's 30-second lags going on, and I can't hang around and wait for validations, but I am picking up a sudden passing that's going, okay, now they're just hitting me in the chest here as well. So it was either an impact around the chest area or there's something going on around the chest area. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't need to know when, but sudden passing that I've got. It's either I'm getting something going on around in the chest area here. Okay. But I'm going to leave that there. Joan, I'm just waiting. You've got me intrigued, Joan. What ring was that I did? I just don't remember. I don't remember. Okay. Karen, there's a choice of two places coming. I feel like there's a choice here for you. Choice of two. Okay. You're going to have final say in this. Final say. I'm just asking for time frames for you. This is the thing also. Are you getting a helping hand from somebody? Because I do see that there is somebody's giving. I'm seeing money. You're getting some extra money from somewhere here as well. Okay. So who's the female that's helping you? I want to say that there's a female around you. I have to acknowledge there's being thrown in the mix here for you. Okay, now, okay, your father-in-law, was this heart issues that they had, sweetheart? Because I do feel like it was a sudden passing, and I do feel like it was impact to the chest here. Okay, and they either liked their bacon and eggs or something, because I'm getting a strong taste of bacon and eggs as well, which is really bizarre for me to be tasting so late at night, but I have to acknowledge that. Okay, Tracy Campbell, will I start the build of my house this year, please? Right. Okay, what's the legals going on around you, sweetheart? Because I see that there's issues or something there to do around the legals. Legals going on with you. Okay, so I'm going to say iron that out. Look, they just dropped the month of September into my head for you, but I am seeing that there is something, an issue either around contracts or builders or changing of the guard or whatever it is that they call it, that's the issues that you're going to be having. And I have to acknowledge September for you. Okay, so I hope that helps you. Okay, just finalised family law matter a couple of months ago. Land is okay, so you understand all that. Thank you, because they just kept talking about legal contracts, this signing off, and I felt like that was the issue with all of that. Okay, so September, I'm getting up. Okay, so I'll leave that there. Okay, Paula, can you confirm you are receiving all text messages? I'm just seeing your message come now, so I just saw that one. Does that help? Text messages for me are what comes through on your phone from the phone number. This is Facebook messages here. Is that what you're talking about? Because I do see them. The way this works, I have multiple platforms going at once when I do these live feeds. So if you're in a channel that's got maybe one or two people watching and you think I'm ignoring you, I'm not. It's I work it off a third-party software here. So all the channels that go to this one central one here where I see all the comments coming up. But there's a number of you all watching. So I have to capture the questions as they're coming up. Okay. Okay, I've sent question lunchtime. Okay, I don't go back and read questions afterwards. I just get them as they come up here. And so if I've got multiple people watching and I have questions going all the time, and I just get them as they come on. Okay. So, Natasha, you're saying, what can I do to myself to have closure with feel? Cut cords, honey. Cut the cords. There's meditations for that, because we all have energy cords going from each other. Interactions with people every single day. Even when I do readings, I have energy cords going from me to my sitter, and then I've got to cut that energy when I finish the reading. And that's why a lot of the time you'll see me get up at the end of a reading, and that's my way of cutting cords. But I'm a big advocate of meditation for many, many things and cutting cords, but you'll find that you will have to probably do it a number of times as well, because I do know from experience that when you do cut cords with somebody, all of a sudden they can't feel that energy, your energy around them anymore, and they think, oh, they just don't quite feel right. And so then that's generally when they will reach out to you and make communication, and you may find that you have to cut the cord a couple of times, put it that way. Okay, so Paula, you're asking, will I get the job you applied for? Okay, let's have a look at you here, honey. Okay, I'm going to say yes, I do feel like you will. Okay, I feel like that this has either been something long time coming, or you've been desperate to get out of the job that you are currently doing. Whatever it is you're doing, it's not serving you. I just feel like you're wanting to get out of that situation. But I'm going to say yes, I am picking. I do feel quite favourable with that, and I do feel like you will be quite happy, put it that way, with it. Now, I keep writing down number 6 with this 6. Keep writing 6. So I feel like this number 6 is quite significant with you in terms of time frames with that for you as well. Okay, so I will leave that there. Now, I've come up to 9:15. I do only come on here for the hour, so I'm going to wrap it up here. Now, again, so you're not working at the moment with the situation that you're in, so you're not working, so you're desperate to get out of it. So I'm going to say that, yes, I do feel quite favourable with that, okay, because I just feel like what you're doing is, when you keep chasing your tail, and I just feel like that's the energy I'm picking up around you. So I'm going to say 6 is quite significant. Now, I'm going to wrap it up here. As I was saying, I will be in Goulburn on the 21st of April for private readings. I've got 2 spots left for that. And I do have my stage show with Linda Hughes. One night only on stage on Saturday, the 6th of May at the Goulburn Club. Now, tickets are on sale now through Eventbrite. I have put the links up on my Facebook page. So if you're in Goulburn or Canberra or the surrounds, if you would like to travel to come and see us, we would love to see you. Now, you can get your tickets through Eventbrite, and I have put the link up there for that. The following day, I will be doing private readings again at the Goulburn Workers Club, the other club up the other end of town, with the Living Wellness and Psychic Expo. But go to their Facebook page, like their Facebook page, Living Wellness Events, to see what's happening there, who's exhibiting, who's reading there. Of course, I will be reading there. Linda will be reading there. I know there's a handful of other awesome readings that will be there, and you'll be able to keep an eye out for when the books open for the pre-bookings for that. Okay, so I'm tired, and I'm going to have a bit of a sleep in tomorrow, I think. So thanks, everybody. I will be back again next Tuesday. I am also available for private readings. If you'd like to book a private reading, the link is there, the psychicpinup.setmore.com. But I'll see you all next week. Thank you for joining me. Stay safe. Bye.